Hey there, Pisces. I hope you guys are doing really well. My apologies for your late reading. Life has been very, very hectic, very unique. Yeah, Marcel was in the doctor's for a fight that he got into, and yeah, anyways, he's doing better now. So I want to go ahead and do a 9-card spread for you for the month of September. And I'm going to consider this a timeless reading. You know, if you come across this at a later date and this message resonates, the message is for you. If not, you know, maybe a different reading or at a different time. So let's go ahead and check out what's going on for Pisces here. Show me for Pisces, please. Okay, Pisces. First card out, we have the Four of Wands coming through here. You know, there's an element with this card of happiness, of engagement, of coming to the next phase in your life, even if you aren't seeing it, even if you aren't available to see it. Okay, so why am I saying that then? It's almost as if like we have something better ahead of us, yet we have to deal with the experience that we're having now. So transitional period, you know, this could involve your home. It could involve your friends, roommates, people who you're connected to. This can also talk about a love relation ascending to a higher level. Either way, this energy is positive. It talks about your stability and foundation in life. Okay. The moon moving ahead may be very uncomfortable or cause some confusion. The moon is an emotional energy. It can cause emotional distress. Sometimes it can talk about deceptive energy, and that can often be, you know, when we don't have clarity of mind or when we don't have faith in ourselves or our direction, it can be very uncomfortable because it's like we have to blindly trust a situation that we don't really have the answers to. This may involve a home situation, or this may involve some sort of foundational experience here, taking something to the next level, moving towards something that you really don't know how to navigate. But again, there's this element of trust that needs to be what is that word? I'm not hearing that anymore. So there's an element that needs to be protected. Is it protected? Okay, I'm going to say protected. The Two of Cups. Trusting that direction to be in alignment with where you're at in your life and what is to be coming to you. And I feel that that's what's happening here, Pisces. I feel like there's an energy that is presenting itself in your life, either soon to be or at a later date, but it's like the... what the hell? I'm hearing, though I walk through the shadow of the valley of death. So dramatic. So I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. So it feels like a very... very, I don't know if woe is me energy is the right connection for that, but it feels like a very heavy, burdensome, oppressive energy that you've dealt with, or that maybe moving forward, it feels like that is there. It's like some sort of energy that we can't see through, but we have to have faith. So though I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I don't know the Bible. I know certain verses just from life experience, but I feel like that particular verse talks about having faith, moving forward, going towards something that we can't see, but we still have faith in knowing that it's going to change. It's going to have a positive outcome. Here with the Two of Cups, you have an energy of connectedness, of being solidly connected with somebody where, you know, both hearts are resonant, both energies are resonant, even if it's not a romantic connection. You know, it very well may be with the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. This is an element of feeling a deepening of the bond, you know. The Star coming through here. So we have Cancer, Pisces, we've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy. I feel too, there seems to be this element here that I need to talk about, like Aquarius, this Aquarian energy here. So what is that? It's about your own self-expression, about doing things in a different way, moving away from the norm. We don't want to be, it's like maybe not accepting the norm or the status quo. It's like you kind of buck against the system so that you can have things in a different way. Or maybe you do things in a very different way that are not typical, but they have a really positive outcome, and so people like naysayers or whatever, like they may express like their dislike for something that you're doing, or like their disbelief, or like their negative energy. They imprint their negative energy on something, saying that you can't have or you can't achieve, yet you go about it in a different way that suits you. It's unique to you, but your outcome is solid, your outcome is positive in that regard, whatever this is. So maybe this is about taking your life to the next level, taking your relationship to the next level, healing some sort of connection within the home, within your family. Could be a lot of things, okay? Eight of Swords coming through here, Pisces. It's mental worry, though. Under the moon, this is a very unique energy just because it kind of... it indicates what I talked about earlier, like not trusting a path, and here with the star, this is about trusting your path, trusting the guiding light that you're experiencing in your life. It's presenting for you so that you can trust it. Here, we're very conflicted about that with the Eight of Swords here. And, I can understand that, especially, this doesn't just mean house and, stuff. This is your literal foundation in life. It can talk about your foundation at home, but it's your foundation in life. Where are you here? Find your true North Star, like find the energy that you are absolutely resonant with. For some of you, this is a situation where you may really need to connect with your spirit guides, your spirit self, your ancestors, mother, father, anybody that's passed that has your back, God, Jesus, Buddha, whoever. Trust that energy. Ask, dear ones, put me on my path, connect me with the right people, help me understand the experiences that I need to go through so that I can move through and navigate this experience with greater ease, because it feels like there's a little bit of turbulence here, Pisces, that needs to be released. With the Eight of Swords, this energy is all about confusion, but when we have a distance from that confusion, when we can create a new experience, some distance, it's like you can look at something in a different light, you can look at something in a different aspect or angle. You have the Eight of Cups coming through here, Pisces. So what do you need to walk away from? We have this emphasis here with the Two of Cups. This is moving towards something that is emotionally satisfying, emotionally connected with, a person or more than one person, and if it's not with a person, it can talk about moving towards a situation that you are absolutely satisfied in, perhaps that you create on your own. But it really asks us to walk away from this mental constraint. The Eight of Swords is a very personal energy. It's where we have an idea of where we want to go, but we don't know how to do it. And so our fear starts kicking in. Our fear says, no, you can't move that way. No, you have to do it this way, and oftentimes that is a response from trauma or from fear, or the tried and true. Here with the Aquarian energy, it's asking us, buck the system a little bit, buck what try something different, allow yourself to step into a different realm, allow yourself to be empowered in a different way where you can experience more, because it's really asking you to trust yourself. Let go of the conflicts and the mental constructs that bind you to situations or outcomes that just leave you feeling not receiving, empty. Eight of Pentacles coming through here. For some of you, this is regarding work situations. I feel like maybe there might be even a change in career, or like some sort of element where we get to know ourselves better or deepen our understanding. This may also talk about really, really putting our foot down when it comes to progressing further in our career that we already have. It asks us to be very diligent in how we experience things, but also that Aquarian energy, do something that's different. Push yourself into a different norm. You know, we don't want this, we don't want to rely on what we've experienced, because there's an element of not releasing that. It keeps us stuck to some sort of pattern that we need to experience in a different way. You know, we need to challenge ourselves in a different way and step into something that is uncomfortable here, you know, clearly uncomfortable, because it's like we're agonizing about how it's supposed to go. Well, how it's supposed to go is you change it. You experience it in a different way. You make sure that you don't do it in the typical way here. It's asking you to be free from those kind of preconceived notions and things of the past that kind of keep you stuck. And it feels like with the Eight of Pentacles, yes, it's working towards something, but it's also very it's very involved. It's very time consuming. It's engaging. And I know that that sounds maybe, ugh, I don't want to deal with that. But like, when you love it, why wouldn't you want to deal with it? We're talking about dealing with situations that you're either involved in that we want to move in a different direction altogether, you know, or perhaps start something different altogether. And I am talking about your foundation. So, you know, not just relationships, but like work situations, perhaps your own entrepreneurial pursuits, engaging in things that you know enough about, but really becoming a professional at it, really becoming an expert in that field. Really, if it heightens you, if it makes you feel positive, if it makes you feel good, like you're contributing to something that feels solid in this world, like you're helping others, like you're helping yourself, and you're really you really become like a trusted source for something, is what I'm picking up here. With the Eight of Pentacles, this is fantastic for that, but it asks us to be very diligent and persistent with that, and not to flake out, you know, and just kind of like, you know, dip our toes and then like, you know, go smoke a bowl and like whatever. Like, be serious, be solid, be intentional, okay? The Three of Cups coming out here for the Eight of Swords. We're underneath the Eight of Swords and the Moon. It's talking about our connections, our people, our groups, our social standing as well. It's engaging with people. It's coming out of the darkness here, Pisces. There's an element of experiencing more within this opportunity. And I feel that there's a lot of freedom that presents itself here for you, especially mental freedom, emotional freedom. You know, it allows you to breathe easy and connect better with people who are, you know, supportive of you. And also who have your back. This can talk about engaging with people that are at work, or perhaps if we're following a new career path, this is getting involved with new things, meeting new people, connecting, going to dinner, having drinks, you know. It's the connection here, building bonds that last. Outcome energy here, we have the Six of Pentacles. That's fantastic. So this can talk a lot about equality, having a financial upsurge when it comes to clientele coming into your experience here. There may be opportunities that you didn't even see available to you, and it's like now that you are enriching your projects, you're staying more focused in things, you're allowing yourself to learn more about something. It's like you start to draw in the right type of crew, the right type of energy. You start to connect with the right people, and there's an even give and take here. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Magician. So yeah, there's an element here, Pisces, of you guys really being direct in how you move something along in your life, how you really commit to something new here. And this can talk about a love relationship, but I feel that there's, you know, a very deep sense here where it's like we are engaging in something that really fulfills us, and through that fulfillment it almost bleeds out into the satisfaction of those that are receiving from you, you know, whether it's a relationship or a job situation, career move, whatever it may be. There's something here where it's like where you change your perception, where you change your direction, it helps those involved. Really positive energy here, Pisces. I really like this. All right, so let's clarify this a little bit. Show me the Four of Wands here for Pisces. Hang on, I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. Two more. Okay, Pisces. So let's go ahead and clarify this reading then. For the Four of Wands, we have the Seven of Swords here. So coming out of a difficult time, for some of you, this is a situation in your life where your foundations are not solid. You may have a lot of conflict with other people. There may be a very deep, headstrong energy, or having to protect yourself or your surroundings, having to protect your foundation. That energy can be very challenging. And so it feels like there's a need to trust yourself, to move forward, to work very, very hard towards experiencing something else. In relationships with the Four of Wands, the Moon, and the Two of Cups, this also may talk about an existing relationship where there has been conflict, there has been problems with a partner, perhaps lying or deceptive energy. And to trust this person, it feels very challenging, but you end up with the Two of Cups. So there's a movement forward that it still indicates that there is love here. It still indicates that there's a connection to be built upon. It just depends upon how you, okay, so I'm hearing remove yourself in a certain way. So it's like the love is there, the foundation is there, but it's like you changing something in a different way for yourself. So emphasizing your energy moving forward. With the Moon, you have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, there's an element here of feeling that there still is love. There still is a foundation. This doesn't just have to be a romantic partner. This can be your family. This can be a group of friends, a friend, you know, whatever it is. It's like the confusion is there, but there's also opportunity to change, expand, to build from it, to learn from it. You know, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater because somebody made a mistake. It's that type of energy. I don't feel like some massive tragic energy with the Seven of Swords. I feel like there's a lot of conflict, though, and frustration. And with that Seven of Swords, too, I do want to say that sometimes that can talk about, you know, you removing yourself from something because it's uncomfortable, because you don't want to involve yourself in it, you know, and maybe that seems shitty to do, but like, it's not to you. Why not have your space and your sanity? Why not have the ability to create some distance within something? It doesn't mean you don't love somebody. It's just kind of reframing things with the Moon and the Nine of Cups. It's like, I do love this person. I do love this situation, but I need to find some sort of peace within it so I can continue to connect, so I can continue to love. Otherwise, it feels like it's very confusing. With the Two of Cups, you have the Emperor here. So Aries energy. Some of you may be dealing with an Aries, you know, but either way, this is a very empowered energy here with the Two of Cups. This is really feeling emotional prosperity, really feeling connected in a lot of ways, and making kind of a transitional choice, a focus of a choice and focus in a different way so that it steers something in a different way. It's kind of like taking the reins and creating kind of what I talked about, like moving things in your own direction, making it very important that you move solidly through something and pay attention to your experience here, your direction here, versus like just pouring your energy into something. It's solid energy. It can be stubborn, but it feels solid here. It doesn't feel like terrible. It feels like whatever is done here is done for the greater good of either the relationship, the connection, or the foundation here. For you also within career energies and career and job stuff, the Emperor and the Two of Cups can literally talk about you moving towards an experience where you are your own boss, where you are your own, you know, leader, and you create something very positive here. And it feels like that, you know, if it's with others or by yourself, it feels like there's a very directed, engaging energy that moves you towards something really positive. But the Emperor is asking us to stick to our guns as well. Don't waffle, you know, don't be too malleable. Stick to your guns, move forward in a direction that actually makes sense for you. Okay, I'm gonna get a little sip of tea here. Oh my God, that is so good. Constant comment. Oh, keeps me jabbering for days. Okay, with the Star, you have the Page of Pentacles. This is trusting that direction that you're being nudged towards, trusting a new direction, having faith in opportunities that you either create or that are presented to you. For some of you, this can talk about a new opportunity in a job situation, or if you're not leaving a job, then it can talk about, maybe moving towards a different direction in that, or having new opportunities or new work being presented to you as well. It can also talk about a pay raise, stuff of that nature. But with the star, I'm getting this feeling of like, pursue what is of interest to you. If you're not happy in your life, if you're not engaged in what you want to be doing, then pursue it. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like a lot of us are very subject to like this mindset of you can only do this, or you went to school for this, and so that's what you have to do for the rest of your life, or, like don't push too much outside of the box. This is asking us to push outside of the box. It's asking us to embrace that because there's some magic within it that is, first of all, appealing to you, but also it's something that brings you new opportunity in your life that is totally different from what the tried and true is, the boring humdrum is. I feel like you guys are conflicted with that, or at least sticking to that, moving forward with it. The 8 of Swords, you have the 10 of Cups. It falls right underneath the 9 of Cups here too. So it's almost as if we're our worst enemy. not in a terrible way, but it's like our worries get in the way of our happiness, our true happiness. And what I'm talking about here, if this is a relationship or moving forward in a different way in your life, I feel like that's a big part here. Please don't allow your fears to rule your experience, because basically, this mental constraint and frustration and not being able to see things for exactly how they should be, or maybe you are going through life thinking that there is a certain way to do things, that there's all these like preconceived notions about something, where in reality, once you start stepping in it, all those ideas get blown out of the water because they hold no water. You can do things in a very different way. I feel like there's an element here, Pisces, where it's like you're being asked to challenge yourself and engage with things that are satisfying to you. Challenge yourself and step into trusting your abilities, trusting who you are, trusting that you do have the answer, even if you don't feel like it. Like there's some diligence that needs to be persisted with, but like it's positive. It's very, very positive. Show me this 8 of Cups. We have the 6 of Swords. Yeah, moving away from situations that have been very cloudy, emotionally frustrating, fusty dusty. It's like shake it off. Shake it off. I'm getting an image of like an air blower, like it's like power wash this stuff out of your life. There needs to be an element of understanding that it's a time for change. There's a transitional period here, and by walking away, moving away from something, you give yourself that opportunity. I do feel, though, that there's importance here of very strict discipline involved in this. So Pisces has a tendency to be like, laissez-faire, like whatever, I'm Pisces too. We can get very like la-di-da about life, especially if we're in our feels, our emotions are kind of churning, or mental frustrations, it's asking us to be very discerning with something and to dedicate our time towards a situation, which almost feels like, even if you're not in school, it almost feels like when you're in school and like you look at the clock and you're like, oh, there's another 55 more minutes to go. It's like that, the forever endeavor, like it's this thing where we have to be solidly engaged in something because that's how it changes. And so I think that that's a challenge here for you, Pisces. But if you are willing to challenge yourself, it does lead to something very prosperous, very emotionally satisfying, and good for you. Some of you also here too, we have that 4 of Wands, we have the 8 of Cups, the 6 of Swords. This can talk about moving as well. So if there's like a situation that requires you to move residence, move location, this may be something presenting itself for you as well. Either way, there's an alleviation from like a cloudy situation to something more clear, okay? The 8 of Pentacles, you have the Sun. So whatever you're working for here, Pisces, or you're putting your energy towards, if it's a relationship or a career move, really positive, really, really positive here with the Magician, the Sun, things that you want to happen in your life with the Star too, coming together for you. It's just about the dedication. It's solidifying your intention to create something new within your experience that I think is really challenging, but also positive. Very, very positive here. It leads you towards better connections with people, leads you towards new opportunities that are fair, leads you to new opportunities that have promise and experience that builds you more. You have the Knight of Swords here with the Three of Cups. Communication, most definitely. Talking a lot with new people, engaging in new situations. This also may be studying. Some of you may be online courses. I'm hearing human development for some of you as well. So I don't know what that means. Is that a class? I don't know if that's a class or not. Human development, I'm sure it is. It would be a psychological pursuit. So, you know, and maybe this is a situation that also involves your own human development. So it feels that way very clearly. Human development. Okay. Yeah. There's something moving forward here for you, Pisces. With the Six of Pentacles here, you have the Two of Swords. So this is a big decision that you get to make. You know, what's at the bottom of the deck? Seven of Pentacles. Really evaluate where you're currently at right now, Pisces. What is bringing you happiness? What in your relationships needs to be changed to a pretty significant level? With the Two of Swords here, there's an element of kind of being stuck. With this Eight of Swords here too, being stuck, not knowing which direction to go. I feel like this is a very clear direction though, and there's some, what I want to say here is inaction has consequence. Inaction has consequence. So, you know, you need to be very aware that when you stifle yourself, when you don't trust your opportunities, when you don't trust your true north here with the star, your true direction, your path, you stifle yourself. You create blockages within your life. You create distances within opportunities that are being presented to you. Trust it, allow it, engage with it. For some of you, I'm feeling like there's almost like a, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. Why not? Why can't you do that? Why can't you do that? I'm sure you're doing something right now that another person would be like, oh, I can't do that. You know, where is that positively affected? Where is it negatively affected? You know, maybe you're experiencing something in your life where somebody would pay to do that, you know, or maybe you're doing something in your life where somebody would like look at you and be like, oh God, I could never do that, you know. And so it kind of gives you a perspective, not trying to be judgy, but like it gives you a perspective if you look at it through the lens of another person, you know, or through the lens of an opportunity that we dismiss or ignore. Why do we do that? You know, we need to move forward here. There's an element here of moving forward. For some of you, it's like you are considering this engaging energy, but also not willing to communicate about it. And that may also be because we don't know if it'll happen or pan out. Trust the process. It will pan out. There's a lot of opportunity being presented here to you, Pisces, that I think that you just need to have like some blind faith or trust. Did I say earlier, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, it's having that blind faith. It's having that trust in a situation, you know, and moving toward it accordingly, facing your fears and accepting that, I don't know how this is going to happen, but damn it, I'm driven to experience something different. I'm tired of where I'm at right now. This isn't appealing to me. Shit. I'm going to move forward. You know, it may look crazy. It may seem crazy, but let me do that anyhow. Show me for Pisces, please. Is it the right deck? It's not the deck. That's not the deck. It might be the deck in a minute. We'll see. Show me energy for Pisces, please. We have pride. Okay. I love myself. I see myself in everyone. Guilt. I release the beliefs that are no longer, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Yeah, this whole thing. And trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Trust the situation, Pisces. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this energy, you may have been dealing with somebody that there's a lot of pride. You do have the Emperor here as well, so there may be some sort of very prideful aspect here. Emperor, Aries energy, somebody who's very involved within themselves, but it doesn't mean that the person's terrible. You know, it just means that that may be an element that is a challenge to deal with, you know. But there is love, there is connection there. It's just finding out how to navigate that energy. For career situations, or, you know, just in general, this may also be something where it's like we need to start taking more pride in how we show up in our lives. We need to start taking more pride in what we contribute to our lives in a career capacity, or, you know, when we do connect, you know, or I feel like there's an energy also of having a, being like a source, like a touchstone, a cornerstone, like being a source of something, a source of information, or a source of something for others. It's like you become a trusted commodity of something, or like you create something there where it's like you can give out freely to people, or, you know, charge, but like there's something that you can start to create a sense of pride in, you know, a sense of trust. And trust, it's a positive thing here, Pisces, with this energy here too. Move towards something that gives you better happiness. Move towards things that allow you to feel solid and connected within your energies here. Don't stick within, okay, so I'm hearing cautious consciousness. So it's like constantly being afraid of moving forward, hyper cautious energy when it comes to moving forward. If you stay within that energy too long, it can cause situations to kind of pass you by, you know, and there may be a sense of guilt when that happens. You may already be feeling a sense of guilt because situations in your life have not been engaged with, have not been taken advantage of, have not been seized, you know, when the iron strikes hot, strike the iron when it's hot, whatever that is. Seize the moment, be available to the changes and opportunities that are being presented to you, Pisces, because it feels like there is a structure that needs to be broken down for you to accept something new. And it's about foundation. It's about awareness of how your foundation exists. I feel like some of you may be floundering in a situation that is just like, it's not doing it for you. Engage in something different. Trust this new opportunity. The Sun, the Eight of Pentacles, the Magician here, moving forward in a different direction altogether, feeling satisfied, feeling a healing, a sense of healing. And that healing I'm getting is like something that comes through a sense of personal accomplishment here that is available to you, but it requires you to remain within something. It requires you to dedicate your time and create a level of trusting something, even if you're uncertain about it. You know, see that there are opportunities presented to you and work for them very hard, very diligently. You know, this energy here connecting to other people, you know, having faith that new things are coming, even though we may not see them, you know, communicate that to the earth, to communicate that to the energies that are presented to you, dear spirits, dear guides, dear God, dear Jesus, dear ones that love me, dear Buddha, whomever it is that you connect with. Ask for these spirit energies to enter your life so that you can have better connection with things. Ask that I'm having a difficult time trusting my experience in this life. I'm having a difficult time trusting and navigating what I'm supposed to do here. Please assist me. Please be clear in how you communicate with me. Please help me understand my own clarity when it is time for me to move upon something, time for me to take action towards something. Be clear in how it is presented to me so I know where to move forward from there. You know, it's asking for that to be presented in your life, asking to be a fine-tuning energy, finely attuned to that energy so that you can have a better outcome, Pisces. And I feel like, you know, with what you've already dealt with in your life, there's a lot to garner. There's a lot of energy to really expand upon, because life is about, you know, so many things, but so much of it too is satisfaction and dissatisfaction. And it's like when we deal with that, we have a very contrasting energy with that. So why not go towards things that satisfy? Why not go towards things that fulfill you? You know, with the Seven of Pentacles here moving forward with the Magician, this is asking you to be very intentional about what you contribute to your experience and being very intentional upon what you build from, you know. So, is there advice here for Pisces? You have the Ace of Cups, Pisces, as well as the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Very positive energy, Pisces. This is trusting the opportunities, trusting what makes you feel good, you know, and even if it feels like it's in fairyland, you know, if it feels like la-di-da, like, why not pursue that? Like, of all of the signs, you guys can pursue those things best, you know, especially with the star being focused on here is like asking us to really be intentional about how we engage in things that are very, very unique, very different, very outside of the box. It's really asking us to be headstrong in how we approach that and to really, really stick with our gut feelings about something and how we view them, how we view a situation, you know. It may be out of the box. It may be strange to other people, but it's yours. It's something that brings you happiness, satisfaction, growth, emotional health, emotional abundance, emotional growth. It's a loving energy. Here with the Two of Cups, the Emperor, the Ace of Cups, if this is a person in your life, this is a change towards a different situation. This is a new cycle moving into your life where there's a better sense of connection. It's an emotional healing between the two of you. So this is what I have for you, Pisces. If this reading was helpful to you, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to donate to my channel, it definitely helps me, especially with recovering what Marcel just sucked out of my wallet. God. Anyways, yeah, and if you're seeking a personal reading, feel free to reach out to me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com, and I will get in touch with you guys. Take care. I love you. Bye.